funky shit. I think I just got it, dog. Listen, I'm gonna let you know. Man, motherfucking shit stuck. I fucked the motherfucker up. Straight up. I fucked the motherfucker up, bro. You know,
Hello, my name is Chad Jackson with Cop.
I ain't you know, I ain't fucked up. That's crazy. I didn't fucked up the motherfucker. The goddamn what you call it? The headphones all good. Look, man, fuck that. Hmm. Hold on. No, man. Fuck that shit. Look, bro. Check this out, man. Check this out. Check this out. Y'all ain't crazy. Ain't nobody crazy.
It's back to back up, bro. Please, please. You are so fucking old.
Look, man, everybody.
It's back to back up, bro. Please, please. You are so fucking old.
Now everybody that goddamn me, everybody that was in the TBL was in the other one. It was in London. Goddamn me, everybody, damn near everybody. About look, Arsenal battled. You know what I'm saying? Swamp battled. T Rex. Like what the fuck? That motherfucker knew what was going on. That ain't no motherfucking coincidence. And then look, they were like, well, if we win, if I win, he's like, man, you gonna win. It was, listen, man. You heard when he got exposed or whatever. Motherfucker had booed him. He had got booed when he first started rapping. So you telling me that motherfucker was there booing him, but he still was the dude when they was booing him, and then when he had that motherfucking extended flag for that extended pause, nigga, he could act like he don't like he too big for pause. Nah, bro, do that. So I'm saying, mhm. When he acted like he was too big, the goddamn he say pause. Hold on, and then he did like a look, loaded looks move like everybody just got out there to London. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was battling. You think motherfucker didn't know what they were doing and the outcome of that battle was moving them. You ain't see that. You ain't notice that. You know, a lot of times, remember, and I remember this, A lot of times when them battles happen, right, and when Hitman be, what y'all be calling, when he be pissing a bitch or any battle rapper, you had the motherfuckers who be like, I was there, I was in the building, Wooty Wham. Ain't nobody saying that because dog, it was a motherfucking. Them people was. I'm telling you, it was that, bro. It was that serious. He couldn't beat Mook. I mean, he couldn't beat goddamn me, Mook and and Twerk and going in and handle up. No, as exciting as Twerk is, and he done been there already, and they know him over there. You telling me that it's just a coincidence? Both of these two motherfuckers and just pulled it off. Now, if y'all feel like Mook, how I think y'all feel like, because there was a time I was like that until this, you know what I'm saying? Isn't my people, you know what I'm saying? But like how when Cassidy came back, we wanted to see Cassidy win so bad. You know what I'm saying? His first time back, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like that era, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they don't never make it happen. Now, Mook, all he had to do was do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Who cares that he got exposed? We're gonna look over that because there's too much money invested in this. This is how it was supposed to go. This is supposed to be the biggest event. It was the second one, and he got the two win. Come on, man. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. What the fuck y'all think this is, man?
It's back to life. Back up, bro, please.
It's a straight historical moment for this shit. If I ain't mad at it, I know why it went like that, but it's a strategy to this, man. Y'all gotta know who the boss of this shit. He tried to get everybody, whoever he wanted to get them there. Whoever was at that motherfucking TVL, he went, look, dog, he had to get them there. Like that was just lightweight. They was practicing this the battle right here. And shout out to that nigga Arsenal, man. Arsenal fucked some shit up. Like, I'm just gonna show y'all this just cause. Look, bro. This was my, let me see. This was my motherfucking Mount Rushmore, like how long ago, man? Like how long ago was my Mount Rushmore, bro? Let me see, bro. Like no fucking faking this shit, been my Mount Rushmore since forever, bro. It's a short. Is it a short? I think it was a short. Yeah, fucking short. President Pound Silver. No, fuck no. There we go. What's that? A year ago, is that the one? Hold on, nigga, I got them over in there, but I'm just, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me see. Let me go to Clown Silly TV. Let me see right quick. Let me see. Let me go to Clown Silly TV, bro. Let's see. That's 2 years ago now. Oh man. I don't know if it is the real ghost, so I'm sure it's someone should be. If it ain't, I will stop. This is not, yeah, yeah. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see. I'm gonna take this shit out of here. This is 2 years. I was a rookie.
Damn, man. I got to pay for that? Yeah, you got to pay for that. That's how it go in prison. Welcome to the penitentiary. I don't think so. Homie don't play that. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your main man, Bug, cuz Mr. No Faking, and we right here on Clown Silly TV. And I just take this opportunity to just to put something out there in
I ain't no shit then. I'm just saying. I was a new jack. I ain't all this
the
shit.
air right quick because I made some poor decisions growing up and ended up having to go that way to the penitentiary. And when I did, these are five prison scams that I witnessed with my own eyes, man. And one of them that I tell y'all about that actually was happening to me. But here we go. We're gonna start with number five: the fake the fallout for a hero to make a friend. This what that is. When they see you come in there and you fairly new, or sometimes you don't even have to be new. You can just be motherfuckers could just might think you green or whatever the case may be. And what they do is they have some guys come up on you and press you. And press meaning, you know what I'm saying, like extorting you, trying to bully you, trying to buffalo you, trying to threaten you, scare you into giving them money. So that's what it is when they pressing you. So they get somebody to come up there to press you and get you all wound up, all scared and worried like it's some shit finna go down. And then sometimes it might be your celly who comes as the hero. Those are the accomplices. Let me get it straight right quick. I'm sorry. You got the victim, the one who is the actual victim. Then you got the pressers, the one who's doing the pressing. And then you got the hero. And that's the one who comes to save the day. And they all working together against you, the victim. So, like I said, once they scare you into thinking something going on that's not, it can be off anything. Now you worried and you tripping, and then you get somebody to pull up on you who that you maybe in your process of getting to where you was at, you seen them, you might have spent some time with them in a county jail or a city jail, so you feel like you know him a little bit. And what he do is he tell you that he got you. You ain't got to worry about that shit. He gonna cover you. You know, fuck them. And he might go as far as tell you to come out on the yard with him when it's time to go out on the yard. Bring a couple of his buddies with him, guys lifting weights, looking strong and big, and they pull up on the pressers. They pull up on the cats who was pressing you, and in front of them, you do a thorough check down. You know what I'm saying? Whether you do it super gangster, whether you do it calmly, however you do it, you diffuse the situation. And once you do that, that victim now feels like you saved him. You're a hero, and you feel obligated to want to give him or something or owe him. He's not telling you you owe me for this, but he put you in a situation to make you feel like that. You come out on the yard with him when it's time to go out on the yard. Bring a couple of his buddies with him, guys lifting weights, looking strong and big, and they pull up on the pressers. They pull up on the cats who was pressing you, and in front of them, you do a thorough check down. You know what I'm saying? Whether you do it super gangster, whether you do it calmly, however you do it, you diffuse the situation. And once you do that, that victim now feels like you saved him. You're a hero, and you feel obligated to want to give him or something or owe him. He's not telling you you owe me for this, but he put you in a situation to make you feel like that you owe him anyway. And that's how it starts. And from there and furthermore, what I mean, he in your pockets, he in your buckets. You sending money to him now because of that one incident. It can go a long way. And if you don't know nothing about this and you don't peep it, it can and will happen to you. You dig? So, be careful for that. I tell all my youngsters, all the youth out there, if you've never been there before. So these are some tips. The number one tip is don't go.
Hey man, Afro's a bitch, fucking stupid, duck faced ass nigga that said my fucking name. Oh, puss ass nigga, bitch ass. Hoe ass nigga. Hey, shout out to Hitman, man.
The number one tip is don't do anything that'll get you there. Not be slick about it, not try to get away with it. The number one thing is to steer clear, stay away from that, and you won't have to worry about it. But if you do, that's one of the things to look for. Okay. Number two, I'm saying this is just a false signature. Nothing major, nothing big, but I saw it. It's when when you're ready to get your cell moved or you want to change, you don't want to live in the cell that you live in with. You have to have a cell that you're going to move to bring to the caseworker. And all the signatures, everybody involved has to sign it. That means you and your cell, you have to sign it. And whatever cell you talk about moving to, they have to sign it, both of them. All four have to be in agreement. So the hard part about that is it's very seldom you in a cell with somebody and you find somebody who you want to sell with who's willing to change and go in the cell with that person. I mean, they might be willing to be like, hey, shit, I can't make you stay in here and live with me, but you're not gonna just put me in the cell with anybody because once you sign those room moves, you can't do it again for another 6 months or another year, shit like that. So I wouldn't want to waste my room move just to help you. If you want to be in the cell with who I'm in the cell with now, that's cool. But if it means I gotta waste my room move to go in the cell with somebody weird who I don't want to be in there with, it usually don't happen. So that's when people start negotiating, trying to pay people. It's politics. But the janky and the scam thing is to go ahead and forge that signature. When you go ahead and forge that signature and then you go to the caseworker, all four of y'all may not be there, which it should be, but it may be things like they at work, the caseworker leave by the time they get off work. So the caseworker usually read over it, go for it. The next thing you know, you end up moved. And then you try to figure out what in the fuck going on. You find out that it moved you in the cell with somebody. You're like, what the hell this was about? But you didn't fill out no room slip. So you instantly start looking for some place else to move to. And then when you go present it to the caseworker, they telling you, oh, you have already had your room moved. And here's your signature. And you fucked for the next 6 months. So now it's either you get to accept it and sit back, which is more likely the best thing to do because there's no challenging it unless you challenge it with that person and get into an altercation. So the best way to prevent that is, like I said, steer clear. That's to fake the fallout. Okay. Now we got the thing they call the powder pack. This one crazy, y'all. This one crazy. It's like, okay, you work in the kitchen in a joint. They said when they selling illegal shit, they call them papers. You know what I'm saying? This is a $40 paper. It's an $80 paper. They call them papers because it's the shit packed up in there, wrapped up in a paper. So where the lit come in, that is, you work in the kitchen. So by you working in the kitchen, you put together a powder pack, regular baby powder. You put it all up in a piece of paper and get it ready, get it folded up, like it's the shit. And it ain't nothing but powder, but you trying to make it appear as if it's some type of drug. And when you in the kitchen, you already got your mark. Now, I heard those people involved in that. Hey, you got the mark, the victim, and then you got the prey, the one who preying on that mark, the scammer. So it's just really that can only be two involved. It could possibly be three. Well, yeah, the scammer might have some people around just to co-sign and verify, confirm what he's saying, and put some more scare, spook into it. So while you in the kitchen, your man's might be walking past with some glass and some cups to clean, whatever, and you bump into him and you drop the paper on the floor in the kitchen where it's wet, and you already know any kind of substance, as soon as it get wet, it's over. So, and your reason for having it out at that moment because you was finna make your move. You was waiting on a certain wing to come to chow to eat. And by you working in the kitchen, boom, you wanted to make your move. So when you drop it, you telling dude, what the fuck? Look what you did, man. You pick it up to where he can see some of the powder on the paper and he see it's running. Man, that's a motherfucking $80 paper, man. Somebody got to pay for that shit. So when he gets to going like that, then here come his help. Come in, what the fuck, man? You dropped it? Oh, shit. And then you may even have the person come like that they was about to buy it, man. You got that for me? Man, this motherfucker just dropped it. Oh, shit. Now they got your ass surrounded and hemmed up and they about to tell you. you got to pay for that paper. And most of the time when they pick their marks, they pick a motherfucker they know they get money. Because if a person ain't got no money, there's no point of you even doing that to them unless it's some politics going on and you doing that for a reason. That's not about money, but for the most part, this man getting money sent to his books every week. He getting 150. He going to the store regular. So bam, you pop that move on him. Now as far as the mark go, the victim, sometimes they might even think it's bullshit and call bullshit, but just to get away from that shit and so it won't happen again, they sometimes like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on and pay for it. Which I can't even give the advice to say that it's a good idea or a bad idea. Because if you choose not to pay for it, because a lot of the times, so the people who praying on the mark, they be some weak ass motherfuckers they sell. So like if you challenge them all the way to the end, they probably gonna end up not doing shit. They probably ain't shit because if they on the yard and they really are about something and they somebody and they getting money, they won't even do no petty shit like that. So most of the time it might be a weak ass motherfucker. So I might suggest, you challenge it up until, if it go too far from as far as what you can handle. Every individual is different. But a lot of times the way they pick their marks, they good at it, they've been doing it, they end up paying that $80. And that's what we call the powder pack. Okay. Now, number two, we got the two brothers and a cousin. Yeah, I should know about this is when you're playing spade, and this is the one. Remember I told you I was a victim of one? It was this one. That's why I'm so good at spade like I am now. But this what they do on this shit is, well, I mean, it sounds just like what it is. Two brothers and a cousin. You get a motherfucker, they know you got some money. They know you like to play spade. You know how to play spade. Man, I need you to be my partner, man. Get these niggas. I ain't been having nobody I can play with, man. These niggas can't play, man. I need a partner. So the first thing you look for, especially if they be like, man, I ain't got no money, but I know I can win, and they want you to put up the money, you should automatically be like, nah, like fuck nah. That's already a sign. No, I gotta put up your money. Nah. But like I said, I fell for this particular scam twice, both ways. The way when I had to put up the money for him, and I also played with a motherfucker who appeared to have their own money. Because the bottom line, when they running this particular scam on you, nobody at the table gotta have no money. As long as you got some. They're not planning on paying nobody. Even your partner, when he lose, he's the cousin against the two brothers. So if he lose, he's not paying them. They can give him a list right in front of you, like, yeah, you owe me this. And give me my list, you owe me that. And the only person who coming up out something is me. So when I pay the two brothers, they slide the cousin, a percentage of it. You dig? So that's the two brothers and the cousin. When you get on the spade table, your man's like I said, most of the time, if you didn't want to gamble or play spade, and you didn't look like, man, who plays spade, man? I'm trying to get down. If it didn't happen like that, if it happened because somebody came to you like, man, you know how to play spade? I mean, like, fuck, you never played spade with me before. You just came to pick me to be on your team to play spade. I didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. And you never playing for free. So I sat there and I got at the spade table at one point, and this was the motherfucker who didn't have no money. I mean, we just getting set left and right. We getting fucked around to the point. I'm like, man, what the fuck going on? He had count so many books, and then the way he used to count used to fuck me up. He used to be like, thinking and shit, and I know I play pretty well, and we steady losing. It's like you can only lose so much on statistically, by the way the cards being dealt, and statistically, you got to get some type of win in. There's no such thing as you just constantly losing back to back. It's like something ain't right. And how they do it is it depends on what you're playing. If you're playing 1-2, if you're playing 2-4, whatever way you playing, the lower number is gonna be double. You playing both of them because you playing a regular game, $1 a game. That don't seem like a lot, but y'all know in the joint it's a lot. If you playing $1 a game, then you playing $2 for the double bubble. And what the double bubble is, if you lose while you in the hole. So if you lose the game and you in the hole, you pay double. if they get a 10 on the first hand and they have to bid it. If I bid 10 on the first hand and we get it, first of all, we won because we got the 10, and then you didn't even make board, so you set. So that's a double bubble. But they also play hit and miss, meaning if we go to 10, you know what I mean, on the first hand and we miss it, that's a double bubble on us. You know, it keep motherfuckers intact. It keep motherfuckers from saying, I'm just gonna go for the 10 for the hell of it. If I hit it, I hit it. If I miss it, I miss it. Now if you miss it, you lose double. Because you can feel like I'm gonna just go for it and then lose and then try to fight your way back. So you don't want to do that. So it just keep you on you know, keep you honest, you know, hit and miss. And then they also got one where it's $1 a game plus $1 a set and a double bubble. So check this out. You go 10 on the first hand. You got you lost the game and you lost in the hole and you got set. So you playing a double bubble. You paying a double bubble for losing in the hole. You lost the game in the hole. You paying double, and then you also got set because you didn't make boards, so you paying for that. So a $1 game could easily be a $3 game just like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the hit and miss. And what happens is when you playing 1-2, just pay up every $3 because you might be playing somebody in a different house. You know what I'm saying? Or if not, it could be in the same house, but this stop motherfuckers from, you losing, you all the way up to $7-8, and whoever you playing against, they never get paid because this shit just keep continuing. Y'all come back out tomorrow and finish it. Now they was at 7, now they drop back down to 2. You know what I'm saying? Now they even, now they back up to 3, and it's like motherfuckers just playing in circles, nobody getting paid. So they do the pay up every $3, so that way, like I said, if you lose that first game, if a motherfucker go 10 on that first hand, that's that $2 double bubble, and that's that dollar for getting set. So that's $3 right there. So you got to go to your cell, go wherever you got to go, and pay that $3. Now it's even, and y'all at it again. You know what I'm saying? And you might win your 3 back. So they got 3 on them. They give it right back to you. Or you might lose. You might lose 3 games in a row. No double bubbles or nothing. You just lost 3 games. You go get that $3. Y'all keep playing. Shit, you lose again. You get the $6. You go get they $6. And then you might lose 2 more games. So you done paid them they 6. Now you 2 games down, but you don't have to go get that quite yet until you down another one. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say that happened to me. And I was playing 2 brothers and a cousin. I wasn't gonna never win. All I was doing was going back to my motherfucking bucket, steady giving these people my money because they running their game on me. And that was with a motherfucker who I was putting the money up for. So you can imagine how hard that was. And then I had a motherfucker who had their own money. They said they had their own money. That shit's strong. And did the same thing. Underbidding, overbidding, not watching the board, not coming back to my suit. And it's levels to this shit. I know a lot of people out there play spade, but it's a way different. It's not just following suit. It's not just you got 2 aces and a king, and you say I got 2 in the possible. Nah, this ain't that, or it ain't that. I only got 1 heart, so I'm cutting hearts. Maybe I got 2 in hearts. No, because these niggas is hitting spades off the flip. You ain't never cutting them hearts. Matter of fact, them hearts that you thought you was cutting, now that they took your spade, this dude got all them hearts. You can't cut none of them. So those are books. You know what I'm saying? So there's levels to this shit. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, when you playing with a motherfucker and it's like, man, something ain't going right. Like, what the fuck is going on? You get so confused and fucked up in the head. You didn't just play, and you didn't already been in your bucket. I mean, the typical thing is when you playing 1-2 and pay every $3. If y'all not in the same house, especially if y'all in the same house, y'all can pretty much go into lockdown. But you playing against motherfucker in another house. Once the yard closed, So it's typical to maybe have to go to the house once and pay up $3, and then you still be down a few, but you continue to more. But when before they closed the yard and you done been in your house 3 times and paid $9, something the fuck ain't right. So you got to watch that shit. So that's the one I fell victim to. That's why it was a little longer to explain it. But yeah, that's playing the 3 cousins. the two brothers and a cousin. And then last but not least, the one that I saw that I thought was the most creative was and this is just part one, y'all. I'm gonna bring y'all 5 of these every few days or something like that. But the artwork, check this out, man. It's a piece of artwork that's been going around the yard that's been in the penitentiary from different camps and all that shit for years, maybe years. And now, as time go, they probably made more, but it's one particular picture that's been out there for years, and they have made copies of it. They Xerox and they copy because you do that in the joint. 10 cents a copy, you gonna make your copies. Now you sitting in your room, and it looks as if you drawing this picture, and the motherfucker is like super detailed. Like whoever originally drew it, that probably took them maybe depending on how long they stayed on it per day, because they can get it done in a day, but that means that's what they spent that whole day doing. But if they put in maybe 2 to 3 hours a day, that picture probably took 4 or 5 days to draw. But when it's finally drawn, they start making copies of it, and it's everywhere now. This man got it in his cell, and it's looking like he's drawing it, all the details and shit. And he got his coffee up there, drawing. And you in the cell with him, you just a cellie. And you in the cell with him. And then his partner, your cellie, the one who's drawing the picture, his partner come in and play with you, blah, 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 play box, blah, blah, boom, boom, and knock the coffee over on the goddamn picture. Knock the coffee over on the picture. And everybody like, oh shit. He like, look at the picture. And you're not realizing, because when you never was just staring at it, but now that it's wet with coffee and shit, you're not even realizing this is a fucking Xerox copy. This man ain't drawn shit. He got 6, 7 more in his bucket. Oh man. And so in the joint artwork, it's a million hustles. People do laundry, tattoos, cut hair, braid hair, do hair, dreads, draw, cook certain shit. Well, the way that picture was, it's kind of like set prices for shit. You got the little Rudy 2 cartoon, little hearts and shit, motherfuckers want to send home to their kids. You got actual portraits. That motherfucker will draw a portrait. You think that nigga was in art class or something. Then you got shit like this. This is a hell of a drawing. Some people could even use it for tattoos or something, but that particular kind of picture there, that's gonna cost a motherfucker $100. And as soon as they get down to motherfucker, you gotta think, you don't know this, but he just took his time and drew this picture and put all this detail in it, and you just knocked the coffee on it. You just cost this man $100. So now he tripping off getting his money, and he tripping off the time. So now he telling you, man, I need a motherfucking $100. And like I said, if they pick you out to do this to you, more than likely you do have the money, you do have it coming. And my suggestion is, because that ain't one of those situations where, because a lot of times motherfuckers will take something from you and see how you react. And if you don't react the right way, shit, you'll be doing your whole bit getting shit took from you. But this is not exactly that. This is almost more honorable and moral. Because if I know I just wasted some shit on your shit, dog, and you know what I'm saying, I know that shit costs, the right thing to do is pay for it. Now, if something like that just keep happening and happening, now you peeping out to this game, you don't go for it. But the first time, the right thing to do probably more than likely is to pay for it. So you end up paying for it. But once your time start getting further in, you start realizing this is game. You might even end up being partners with the whole clique that did this shit and figured out, we talk about it, man, this 3 years down the line. When I first got here, man, 3 years ago, man, y'all niggas did that. It's shit like this. So, like I said, that shit is very, very wild in there. It's a whole new ball game in there. You know what I'm saying? With no guns. So I tell a lot of young people, man, whatever you doing, do what you got to do, to stay free, stay with your family. Because when you inside a place like that, you got to worry about the shit that I just named, those 5 scams I just named. And then you start thinking about the most important shit to you that you missing, be some free shit. It don't be what you went to jail for. It don't be for you being out here trying to hustle and get this money to do this and that. You don't miss none of that. Matter of fact, you'll give all your money away to get out of that, to leave, to go home for your freedom. You miss shit like your family, laying up with your girl. That's why men be so vulnerable in that joint. Because, they really love their girl. You know what I'm saying? You miss all the free shit you call home around Halloween and your parents, your mom, your family. We just sitting around watching these scary movies. You'd be like, damn, I want to be sitting with them watching these scary movies. You're not thinking about nothing else. It's the small shit. So the first thing to do before you even have to worry about these 5 scams is do what you got to do on the street so you won't even have to go through it. But I know shit happens, life happens. And if you happen to fall into that trap, this is just some of the shit to look out for. You need some shit that, like I said, I witnessed this shit with my own eyes and actually went through one of them myself. I was the one, and that's just how shit go. And that's just something I wanted to put out there with y'all one time. You dig this, your main man Bud, cuz Mr. No Faking. We on Clown City TV. Let's keep that shit rolling. You fuck with me, I fuck with y'all.
Communication, language. People take them for granted. Para mí, la comunicación lo es todo. I've been translating for my family since I was little. When I got to West Point, my love for languages became even stronger. The Army isn't always easy, but the challenges allow me to develop new skills, new confidence, to grow and learn about myself, to learn new languages and cultures, and to build a deeper connection with my soldiers. I use language to build a sense of unity and connection. Everybody comes together. There's so much talent in my community that goes unnoticed. Hopefully, I can build that bridge that shows them I did this y tú también puedes.
I can recall another one, like I think it was in '85, like when all that androgynous was going on, and what was wild was that the guy who looked the most like a bitch was getting all the women. Even I had the Jerry curl was coming out, and I had my slick to the side and all that. If you wearing baggy now and you acting hard, if you from LA, you was wearing some
Day that I got captured from an escape. Back in 2005, when I was in my era of making mistakes, still learning, I had escaped and they had what they call a manhunt. Talk about Kevin Johnson a little bit. Those of you. Yo, what's up? It's your main man, Bud, cuz Mr. No Faking. And we on Clown Silly TV.
Bitch ass, man. That nigga's a bitch ass. Every time, I don't know why that whole ass nigga even say my fucking name. Every time he say my motherfucking name. Nigga like I was done even fucking with that. He's a hoe though. He's a bitch ass hoe. Straight up. Fuck ass nigga. Every time he say something about drugs, he sound like a butsy boy, stupid, dick face, dumb, dilly, goofy ass, hoe ass nigga. You bitch ass nigga. Don't say my name, hoe. Hey yeah, man. Shout out Hitman Holla, man. They did they was soldiers, man. Listen to this, dog. I'm gonna push play.
I took this moment, y'all, because I wanted to talk about Kevin Johnson a little bit. Those of you who don't know anything about Kevin Johnson, Kevin Johnson was the one who was accused of killing a police officer July the 8th, I believe, 2005. And y'all didn't know me from school. It so happened that that was the day that I got captured from an escape. You know, back in 2005, you know, when I was in my era of making mistakes, still learning, you know, I had escaped and they had what they call a manhunt looking for me to find me. Well, anyway, the day that I was captured, you dig, that was the same day we shared the headline news. You know, I had a cousin that day, Eric Dawes, who was killed in Glasgow Village. And also they had allegedly saying Kevin Johnson was a suspect in killing the police officers that day. And I was captured in the manhunt. So that day was like that unique to me. Now, this story I'm gonna tell y'all about Kevin Johnson. Nobody never talked about it. We never heard about it. And if y'all, like I said, if you don't know, he was sentenced to death. He was sentenced to death some time ago in 2005. You know, for a crime, and when they actually put him down, I believe it was November 29th, just here last week. They, you know, did the Missouri way of executing a person on death row, and I think it's so sad for somebody to could be killing you when you 37 years old for something that you had did when you were 19.
Figure out about this smack shit. Like, is this the real shit, man? You know what the fuck I'm asking you, dog. Because lately, you motherfuckers been shooting out to me for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. Yeah. I need to know. No, I can't do that. That's why I do that. So I'm trying to figure out what is it. Like, why, why is, you know what I'm saying? We hearing about this shit. Why they shooting out of me? Is this shit for real, bro? It's some goofy shit. No, I really have receipts on, you know, I got receipts on when like they didn't know how we were gonna get proof. You know what I'm saying? Like really, they didn't know how our proof was gonna. You know, they didn't think we were gonna do it, and you know they did. They ain't no really no shit. I did. Like I really had a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I'm just trying to figure out like what made them start sending. Like you, the second person that came to me. The first one that looked the same like was bullshit. Well, you know, if you think it was bullshit, you had a chance to not fuck with it, and that's just it. That's just it. For me to be fucking with this shit right now, I know that you know what I'm saying. You know, because you showed me what you showed me, but we finna tap into it. Hold on, let's keep this shit going. Let's keep this shit going.
Hello, hi, my name is Chocolate. I'm representing Ferguson Frontline, and when I need information, I tap in with Bud Cuz, Mr. No Faking, and Nonfiction.
Hello, my name is Chad Jackson with Cop Watch St. Louis, and when I'm trying to tap into any information, I hit a bug cuz, Mr. No Faking and Nonfiction.
Hi, my name is Cheyenne, and I'm representing my community. When I want information, I tap in with Bud Cuz, Mr. No Faking and Nonfiction.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's dope, boy Juice, and I'm messing with my boy Bud Cuz, No Faking. Y'all know what it is. Straight out of St. Louis, tap in, man. Y'all know what it is. My thing on, baby. Ooh-wee.
Yo, what's up? It's your main man, Bud, cuz Mr. No Faking. And y'all just heard the news. They telling y'all what it is. Tap in with nonfiction. You got the landlord, the goddamn truth, Elroy, pure facts and bam, baby, it's so real. Y'all know what time it is, man. Fuck with me and I fuck with y'all. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Nonfiction, Cousin 84.
All right. So what we got going on? So you said when did this happen? When did this? When like?
Well, it was pretty much when they was up there saying Twerk got arrested and shit like that. That was, you know, the moon going down. You know what I'm saying? That was about to give it and tell people how that was like fake or like how somebody in case motherfuckers are, you know, leak the shit. Well, who gonna do that? If motherfuckers was smart, they'll do what I did. Get the money after the fact. You know, for real. Yeah.
Okay, so bottom line is you not fucking playing.
I have no reason to play, man. Like I said, you sent the receipts. You already said you're gonna do your best for them, but
No, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play. You know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I want views. So I'm gonna hold this shit, but I need to know how real it is because this is the second time they just sent the motherfucker to me. I guess because I'm just retarded.
well, you already know. You saw what you saw. I mean, you ain't just look at the comments. Who's talking about what they was there saying? Just look at it. And everybody who went to London went to, everybody who was in that battle went to London. Smoke is gonna win. Lux is gonna win. And Smack is gonna keep the key. It's like the job imagine it. Could you imagine somebody approaching you right now? You my generation, you born around my time, I'm class of 99,
41, 42, something like that. Could you imagine right now at this day somebody punishing you with something severe as death? Somebody killing you right now for something that you had done when you were 20 years old. You right now being 40, you probably done made you a family and all that. You living your life at 40. You learned off a lot of your mistakes. And at 40 years old, someone come and tell you that they're about to hang you. The hangman, that's just a saying. And we don't get it confused, but to kill you because of something that you did when you were 20. Can you just imagine it? All right, now to this story. I was locked up with Kevin Johnson, man. He was in the same wing. You know, they had the movers around the jail with controlled movement, the same kind of way, which is, if you don't know, when you got everything strapped up on you, when they got the handcuffs, the feet cuffs, body chain, and all the platinum jewelry, me and him was being moved around the jail in that fashion. Reason being, he had a high profile case because it involved the death of a police officer. So they moved him around the jail in that fashion in order for safety for him and the staff. And I guess maybe other inmates. And then me, I'm being moved around that type of way because I was at that time an escape risk. So, I had a lot of encounters with him. We were in the same administrative segregation. But when we were in general population in the regular wing, get this, y'all, here you go. We in the wing chilling. And at the time, during this time in jail, I was what they call, a store man. Now I'm not gonna get into detail in that. That's for another episode when we talking about jail and shit. But I was a store man, and every time we get a new person in, I rush right to them, because I want to know if they got anything in there with them. Did you happen to get in with some smokes or some shit, or either you might need my services. I'm the store man. You just got here. You don't have no canteen, no food, no shit. Holler at me. I get you straight. You get back with me. So when this young man came in, Kevin Johnson had.
It's straight crazy that I even ran up on this dude. Like, I'm not playing, bro. It's straight fucking crazy that I straight ran up on dude to holler at him before this happened. I swear to God, true fucking story, bro. True fucking story.
Already been in the wing with us by this time for maybe a couple of weeks now. I don't got that exactly right, but he had been in the wing for a minute at this point. And when it's a white guy come in the wing, so I immediately see. This is why I know these little details. I know it because I'm looking for newcomers. The average person in the wing, they probably couldn't tell you all. They know this story, but they probably couldn't tell you what led up to it the way I can because, like I said, I'm eyeing for the newcomers. And there's a couple of other ones that did too. I wasn't the only store man. But anyway, when he came in, he sat right down at a table and, he's like shaking. Like, and I'm like, damn. So I walked up on him. I sat right across from him. I'm like, hey, man, what's up, man? You all right? He was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm like, man, did you get something to smoke? You got something to smoke in here? He was like, well, yeah, I got a couple of roaches. They're just for myself, though, personal. I'm thinking, well, damn, okay. Well, you didn't bring it. You didn't bring nothing in here to make no money with it. Nothing. You just brought them in here for your personal use. That was a little strange, but okay, whatever. I'm like, well, look, I'm the store man. If you need something, but he kept shaking, so it stopped me. Like I'm about to say, if you need something, I'm like, well, what's up, man? You you need some coffee or something? He's like, nah. I see the guy that robbed me. And I'm like, whoa, you see the guy that robbed you? What you about to get on him? He like, yeah, I'm gonna get him. So when he said that, I immediately turned around to look behind me because him sitting across from me, you know, that he's obviously looking behind me. So, but behind me it's the rec yard where everybody out there hooping and shit, playing ball. So I'm looking out in the rec yard, and by me being in this wing for a while, you know, I kind of know a few of the people a little bit to where I can try and judge and see who he may could be talking about. You know, I don't at this point, I don't know if he's looking for a black guy, white guy, Mexican, or nothing. I'm just trying to just pick out, looking through the rec yard. But anyway, I didn't really get to see who he was looking at. So I'm like, damn, man, shit. I'm like, is it me, man? Did I do something to you? And he's like, no, 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 don't worry about it. And at the same time, he's still trembling and shaking and shit. I'm like, whoa, okay. I'm like, well, look, man, if you need some coffee, man, it's on me. You know, I got a couple of shots of coffee I can give you on me, on the house. You know, you ain't got to pay for it because, I mean, to some extent, there is a brotherhood amongst inmates. So if he all trembling and shaking and shit, he might need some coffee. So after I made him that offer, you know, I figure I wasn't gonna sit there too long, but I'm gonna watch him because I just know what he just said. So I get up maybe about 10 minutes. So maybe this is a whole process. Everything about 30, 40 minutes had passed. Now we hear the doors unlock. Click, 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 click. And as soon as we hear that, he stand up and I'm watching because when it's time to lock the doors, you know, it means time everybody go in their cell. So I'm watching him to see what his next move is. He got up and ran that way. Now the whole time he was looking behind me, the whole time. And when the
Now this shit here, I swear to man, look, I swear to God, man. Ask anybody who was in there in 2005, dog. And like July, August, September. They was in the St. Louis County in July, August, September, October. They know about this story. They was in there with them. And then on a 7th floor. And then goddamn it, you know, he got other time motherfuckers been there, but I'm saying that particular time they gonna know.
it's time to go, when he about to make his move, he runs that way to my left, you know, to his right. And over there was Kevin Johnson. Little KJ was on the phone. He ran up on him, and to my the way I believe is he fumbled the ball of what they wanted him to do. But let me continue. He ran up on him and like swinging on Kevin, and Kevin was on the phone. Kevin leaned back, bow, kind of hit him with the phone and gave him a couple of more. Bow, bow, hurt, take them with you. White boy stumbled back. He ran up another one. Bow! Kevin got him back again. So now the white boy had picked up like the table, like the chair, like that kind of like on some mad shit, like ah. And when he ran up, Kevin kind of blocked the chair out and kind of swiped him a little bit. And at this time, the guards are running up. And when Kevin gave him that last hit, we heard blink it, dink it, dink it, dink it, dink it. Something fell to the floor. Blink it, blink it, blink. So everybody looked down like, oh shit! It was a knife like this motherfucking long. And this is something I'm telling you that is facts. If anybody was in that wing, if you was locked up between the months in 2005, between July the 8th and the end of that year to December sometime, if you was in that wing, then you remember this and you know this. Because the night fell, everybody went fucking crazy because as much as we try to get shit into the jails, when we go into the jails, you know, it's just hard. You know, you got to go through this, got to go through that, you got to get naked. And then, you know, they got a lot of shows that show y'all how prisoners and inmates move shit around the jails, like, you know, knives and shit like that. But this is the county jail coming fresh from the street. And you got this knife and happened to come exactly to the wing where Kevin Johnson allegedly supposed to have killed a police officer. You happen to come right to his wing with a knife with this story that he tried to rob you. Well, that's why when I said he fumbled the ball, I feel like if somebody had sent him in there to do that, then I don't think he was supposed to go in there trying to fight. And how nervous he was. See, he was too fucking nervous. That type of nervous is not just, no, I'm getting ready to fight. Somebody sent him on a mission to kill. Yeah, hear me? He was allegedly sent on a mission to kill. And at some point, he didn't have it in him. At some point, he was thinking about it. Whatever the case, he was so scared and trembling, man. I'm telling you, I had to watch the man. And if, like I said, indeed, if that was the case, then the normal thing is to run in there and start the stabbing or go for the kill because the guards are gonna come. They're gonna stop it. So you wouldn't even attempt to fight first. So what sense does it make that you want to go fight somebody that's supposed to have robbed you, but then you got a knife on you? Then when you first walked in, you were so scared. You know, it'd have been a little bit different. Maybe if he was in a wing 2 or 3 days and realized, I remember him, he robbed me. But to walk right in and sit right down, you know, in a secluded spot by yourself and just immediately start trimming and shit, that shit just don't seem right. So anyway, furthermore, the fight is over. You know, the guards and shit, they come to take them away. They look at the knife. They wait to pick it up. They got to call other people in here to look at it and shit, take pictures of it. They got the knife and got up out of there. So we all was going crazy at that point. The jail wound up. What the fuck going on? Did y'all see that shit, man? This motherfucker had a knife. So all this time, you know, we going crazy, tripping off of it. Now the next 2-3 days, everybody was being questioned. Everybody was getting called out of the wing, one by one, some 2 by 2, because this is allegedly supposed to have been the current affairs. This supposed to be the big dogs. I mean, we don't know who the fuck it is. People with suits on calling motherfuckers out, and they're interviewing motherfuckers, and they trying to get a feel of Kevin Johnson and the other guy. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't know his name, but Kevin Johnson and the other guy, you know, people trying to see was there ever any beef, any animosity, anything that we had noticed. And then they were trying to talk to people who possibly knew Lil KJ from the street. So where they maybe could get some background information on this person or whatever the case, because they trying to figure out, was this indeed a hit? See, if we think something wrong, if they think something wrong, you know, y'all know they walk like a duck, quack like a duck, like it's a motherfucking duck. And y'all remember I said we ain't doing rhyming quotes unless it makes sense. Okay. Now the people questioning, you know, trying to figure this shit out. We like, okay, now when it's, you know, the wing is regular again, you know, we want to go to the CO because we had COs in there that, you know, like if you, when the floor I was on, it was 7th floor. It used to be the 5th floor. I mean, and the 5th floor was for pretty much people who've maybe already been to the penitentiary, you know, or people who got the kind of case where they're about to end up in a penitentiary, and more so that you can handle yourself in a jail full of, you know, rowdy motherfuckers and shit. So this particular floor didn't go home as regular as the rest of the floor. Like some of the floors, you might be in there, traffic tickets, you probably spit on the arch or some shit. You did, you in there in and out. But this floor here, only place people go is to the penitentiary on move day. So a lot of us are in tune with some of the guards, or there's so much is like, fuck, they in jail with us. So, you know, they might go on the computer and show us pictures of, I ain't gonna put them out there, but you know, we just looking through for certain shit. Now, everybody want to know, man, where Kevin Johnson? Where is that dude at? The man, like, oh, let me see. So he tell us to get back away from the computers. So while he typing in whatever he typing in, he get to rubbing his chin, like, what the fuck? We like, what's up, man? Where you at? Where the white boy at? He like, man, that's what I'm trying to see now. And he to the point where, look at this. We're looking at the computer. That motherfucker is saying no record of this particular name. Now that's so ironic because I can make up a name and they type that motherfucker in and they might have something about that person, any name, you know. If you type my name in, I got 16 mug shots in there, man. 16 different motherfucking times I got mug shots for being in that St. Louis County Jail. You did. Buzz Westfall is what they called it. But when they typed this man's name in, we saw nothing. It was like a blank. So he was even, you know, I'm watching the guard. He even on some, hell no, shit. Hey, y'all might be right. Hey, I just work here. Y'all might be right. This look like some bullshit going on. So it was like, damn, nobody never tripped off that. And for us to even, you know, after a couple months, after a month, motherfucker just run up there, hey, type this one name in, see where that white boy is. Nobody never saying it. Never heard of him again or no shit like that. They sent them in there. But the crazy part is, like, why haven't nobody heard about it? Like, why wasn't that shit on the news? If it was enough for the current affairs or whoever the fuck those people, internal affairs, internal affairs, for them type of people to be coming in. Well, I think that's who that was. Don't hold me for it, but it was people with suits and shit. And for them to come in there to try to figure out, was this a legitimate fight? For them to come, anytime we in the jail and we fight, boom, 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 it's just a fight. Ain't no interviewing or none of that shit unless you somehow want to try to prove yourself not guilty because you get a hearing, to see whether your punishment gonna be for the fight. So you can call witnesses, but that usually don't happen. When two people fight, they fight. When they get their hearing, yeah, I'm guilty of a fight. You might want to tell your side. You do it don't matter. You definitely guilty for fighting, so there's no reason for bringing witnesses in and none of that shit. I'm guilty for a fight. This is what we did. This is why we fought. They tell you how much time you're gonna be in the hole. That's the end of that. No time have I really seen them coming in there to see, is this a legitimate fight? And by the interviews they were doing and people they were questioning and the questions that they were asking, definitely says, we're trying to find out, is this legit? So that type of shit there, man, let you know, man, that it's somebody above somebody that's above somebody, man, that's trying to make shit happen. And I'm telling y'all, that's a true story about my man Kevin Johnson. And yesterday, they buried him, his family buried him. Like I said, they put him to death in the penitentiary. They executed him, I believe it was November the 29th. And they had the funeral, his home going yesterday. And it was beautiful. I have some pictures for y'all later on about the repast, to see the family in good spirit, to actually get to meet his daughter, a beautiful young lady. She was such a sweetheart, but you got to see his mama having fun. They all trying to celebrate this home going and trying to mourn. And they looked so at ease and peaceful yesterday, although a lot of activists tried to fight to stop it from happening. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it not happen. So what I would like to say is definitely shout out to his family. Got to meet his father as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his daughter, she was turned out to be a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? She was in very good spirit. So shout out to all the activists who came together to make this happen. To my understanding, there's a Missouri Activist Action Network. That's Missouri Action Activist Network, MAN, MAAN, who it's a collage of a lot of different nonprofit organizations, a lot of different activists who fight for justice, fight for stuff like to end the death penalty. They fight to try to change laws. It's a lot of different groups. But like I said, the Missouri Activist Action Association Network, Missouri Activist Action.
Now, I straight really felt like this up until my thing was, I always had chose the path that I chose. I always had chose, the path I was gonna rock with. And I was always, self-efficient to an extent. I was always not lazy, but I just wanted to do what I do like I do it. So I really felt like, let's try to get this system changed, until I thought about if this motherfucker was built, but while we was in that position we was in, and it's been like that for 400 years, like, unless the whole thing flip-flop, unless the whole motherfucking thing that changes, it's not for us, cuz. And I don't understand how motherfuckers think. I'm talking about the smart motherfucker. Unless, now it's different. If, you know what I'm saying, like I said, they hip and they understand, and that's the path they choose. Like Dr. King, he had a fucking dream. So, you know what I mean? If that's the path you choose, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna help you get to your end game. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, what is the end game of life? It's on an individual basis. Okay, so individually, you know what I'm saying, whatever path you choose, as long as you know what it leads to, what's the consequence. Even those who live the street life, okay, death, you know, penitentiary, you know, you could get robbed, all type of shit. It's all type of, you know what I'm saying, pros to that shit, cons to that shit. But even if we can't feel them, even if we can't see them, even if we don't recognize them or focus on them, there is the equal amount of pros that there is cons on both sides. And whatever road you choose, it's the same amount of energy on both sides. It's just our five senses is limited to what we can recognize immediately. And most of the time, if it don't agree with us, some people think agreeing means, you know what I'm saying? I mean, understanding means agreeing. A lot of people confused about that. They'll think that it means that they agree with you if they tell you they understand you. So in that case, I'm just being, you know, realistic. We focus on, you know, whatever we focus on. But if the end game is to be with your live as old as you can with your children around you, you know what I'm saying? If that's the end game, then what the fuck is wrong with me getting there my way? Like if that's the end game, why do I gotta do it this old hard ass way that's made against me so a motherfucker look better than me and go around the people that's the judges, it's not my peers, the people that I'm trying to impress, or the people who I'm saying allegedly, if I went that route, if, like the people I'm around, the route I choose to go, you know what I'm saying, the people who I need to be cool with and you know, impress and shit like that, is motherfuckers that got the worst opinion about me, do not see me as not just an equal, but not even fit to even be they fucking pet. Goddamn me. You know, a world that was made with this education that we got naturally through our ancestors, and every fucking thing I say about life, every perspective I have, I done heard motherfuckers, philosophers like Plato and them say this shit in a different way or something. I done asked AI, I done compared it. You know, I reduce it to what it is. You can tell me a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me how the wind blow. But if you don't tell me how the wind blow, then you ain't told me how the wind blow. If you told me, when I say when the wind blowing, I'm talking about when that motherfucking sensation, that pressure come through, you did knocking shit down. And when you tell me how the cold front equal up to, man, you tell me a bunch of bullshit that don't tell me shit. Like a motherfucker was explaining. He's supposed to be explaining like what he said light looked like or something, or the color of light. And he was like so well educated. I ain't gonna say his name because I actually, I fuck with dude, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say his name because I don't want to sound like I'm bashing him. But the motherfucker was talking this shit about how the stars and the lights and shit go, and how the sun really, you know, you got this going on, and he was using all these big ridiculous words. But the part we ready to find out, I swear to God, bro, he say, but shit, you know, when we get to the light, when we get to that's when we get all the blue stuff like that, and just gonna keep going real quick. Like, hold the fuck up, bro. Don't do that. Don't do it. Why would you do that? You gonna say what you say, and then brush it, hurry up and quit going. Now, this story we just listened to with Kevin Johnson, that was him and one officer. These people, this nigga told these people, nigga, come down Pennsylvania and fight like hell, bro. Fight like hell, bro. And that's what they did. They came to the state capitol and got busy. And 5 officers was unalived. 5 officers was unalived due to that, behind that, whether it was suicide, because they could think what was going on, whatever it was. And then 143 of them were injured. And what this dude did was, like, no faking, bro. What he did was, he said, man, get my motherfucking people up out that motherfucking jail. These people was convicted. All this shit went on. They was convicted. He was impeached. That nigga turned it to the president again the next election. Went and told 15,000 of his people, 1,500 people that was locked up and convicted, let them out, bro. So, like, what? Hold on, wait, what? Let them out. Man. Those people that was convicted for them crimes, let them out. In the way that we go.
Now we was up there. Goddamn me. We was up there coming up with money and goddamn me jail project and the jail support, you know, to bond one another out and fight for justice and shit. These people didn't do nothing on their record. And then, like I said, we had to bond out, but then we still had to deal with it as well. We were just bonding out. We had to come up with this money to bond out with, but we still had to deal with the shit. Well, this dude here was put to death as a punishment for unaliving one of the officers for the sake of his little brother and what he believed in. And here you go, this dude said, fight like hell. Come down Pennsylvania and fight like hell. And they unalived the cause of 5 officers dying. I mean, being unalived to all felony shit. Going, you know what I'm saying, doing a felony mission. So y'all know what that means. And then 143 of them was injured. And once 1,500 people was convicted, nigga, he let them all go. No money, no nothing. No on their record, no nothing. And that's what I'm supposed to bow down to. That's what I'm supposed to chill out to. That's what I'm supposed to be like relaxing to and being cool with. I'm supposed to be cool with that. Now y'all say, when y'all see these motherfuckers getting fucked up in the old movie, like, oh shit, I wouldn't have taken that. I wouldn't have took that. Fuck that. No, doing this type of world we in, no, you wouldn't really be taking no motherfucker dog coming to bite you and motherfucker pouring water on you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you had to until it got to that extreme. But nah, you wouldn't take that. I wouldn't either. But guess what? This is the thing that they had to take though. Either get in line so you can eat, you know what I'm saying? So you can live. Now, you can live even better, you know what I'm saying, if you really follow the rules. That's the house nigga. Then you got the niggas that entertain and the black women who they don't want to hurt at all. Don't put no whips on them or nothing. They never get whipped because they want to have sex with them. That's what the fuck it is right now. They just doing it the same thing. Or we not having to stay in order and stay in line. If we don't stay in line, what they gonna do? They gonna kidnap us and put us behind cages and say it's arrested us and locking us up. Right? Right. And what they do, there's a few white folks that they get fucked around too. And what was it back then? Yeah, it was a few white folks that was trying to help. They was not. Might have been allies to an extent, but they was not equal. You know what I'm saying? So there it go. It's the same shit. And what are we living to do? We working. If you do it the right way that you're supposed to, according to the structured program, you're supposed to work. You're supposed to save your money, and you're supposed to have a plan for when you retire. You're supposed to work. You're supposed to try to invest in some stock and play the stock game a little bit. Hope you hit. You know, there's going to be a few that they're going to put out there to show you what you can do. You got to see that it's possible. Duh. Okay. So you work. You got the entertainers, the sports. You know, this is what y'all can do. If you go to school, you can go to school to be a sport. No matter what, even though they know we getting brainwashed, your parents still teach you to go to school because it's just so that normal. Man, fuck that. I ain't saying be dumb. I ain't saying don't get an education. I'm just saying how you get it. I'm just saying how you get it. Because this dude, the ultimate domain of authority, showed me what he doing. Oh, men do what you want. Boys do what you can. Boys do what you can. Men do what they want. Nigga Trump doing what the fuck he want to do. Fuck is y'all talking about? And I'm supposed to not? And I'm supposed to go with this plan they got to give me. I'm going to have all my money, especially if I invest it right, nigga. By the time I turn 73, woo, I have some good money. Man, is you crazy? Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm not waiting till the end. That's not when I want to jam. Is you fucking nuts? Is you stupid? He jamming now. He jamming right now. They finna fuck the money up now with the cryptocurrency. You're not finna tell me that everything gonna go digital except the currency. Is you crazy? Everything else going digital. Everything else going digital. Why the fuck they gonna leave the paper money out? Shit. See, ain't nobody really getting paper checks like that. They damn sure ain't writing out them personals. That shit ain't like that no more. And you think they finna leave the paper money out? And Trump just made that super investment in the crypto. Him and Elon talking about, man, what y'all think this is? And y'all steady finna stay and tell me I'm stupid or something. Now, if y'all choose that route because it's the best thing for y'all, and that's, you know, where you see you winning it, and that's your plan, you know what I'm saying, then do that shit. Do that shit. Because you got to do something on this motherfucker, I guess. But don't be up under the illusion that you got to do it their way. And let the fact that they will kidnap you and call an arrest if you fuck up. Nah, because there's a team out here that ain't going for that. Find your people, dog. There's a team out here that ain't going for that shit. Find your motherfucking people, dog. Nigga, when. And this is just an example. When Farrakhan do a Salem, you know, when he go up there and talk and shit, ain't no local police finna walk in there and grab him and take him to no jail. They not. If they had to take him to jail, man, they gonna talk to that man. Man, look, ain't nobody finna walk up in there and grab dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what it is. They tell me, is Trump, is he not the commander in chief? They clap me. Yeah, so why can't black people do it? Nigga, quit asking some stupid ass, dumb ass shit like that. Cause you sitting up here saying this type of shit, nigga, and they agreeing with it. Nigga, what you mean why we can't do nothing, no money, nigga? Nigga, we just barely made it up out of goddamn the Jim Crow era, nigga. We still got family members and people alive that been through that, nigga. The fuck? Are you crazy? We still got people who've been alive, bro, during the Jim Crow era. And they asking us, and like our family straight did that. Like, if you my age, I'm 40. So we gonna say my mama's 60. Her mama was 80. Her mama would have been 100. Her grandma would have been 120. So 120 years ago would have been 1900 on the dot. It would have been 1905. What was going on in 1905? Let's find out. Let's fucking find out. Shit. What was going on in 1905? What was the... Okay, let me see. What was the America structure in 1905? What exactly was going on as far as cultural? Well, whatever. The Russian Revolution in 1905. Let me see. 100 years ago. No, in America, bro. Okay. In the U.S., let's see. January 3rd, Supreme Court rendered a unanimous decision in the landmark case of Swift. The United States is now federal government regulated monopolies march for President Theodore Roosevelt begins his first term. Charles F. President sworn in as Vice President of the United States. The major contributing faculty to the Russian Revolution including people get around 1905. Okay. 1905 times 100. 2005 times 20 be 20. All right, okay. Okay, well, let's see what's going on with slavery. Shit, they want to play. What was going on with slavery in 1905? Like, and look, I'm not mad because I don't know that. You hear me? I'm gonna find out. Like, what the fuck? While legal chattel slavery had been officially abolished in the U.S. states after Western nations by 1905, the year was marked with persistent force. In 1905, French colony those who had abolished slavery throughout most of French West Africa. Enforcement of the United States. Slavery was officially ended in the 13th Amendment, 1865. Systems of forced labor persisted, including peonage and the convict lease system. Convict leasing.
but Southern state and local government sold tens of thousands of predominantly African American men into forced labor in the early 20th century, the 1900s, 20th century. Independence as a person was forced into involuntary servitude to pay off a debt through declared unconstitutional in 1911. The practice was common in the post-Civil War South, essentially re-enslaved people. Okay. The legal institution of slavery was abolished in 1897. In 3 years, about 8 years. However, the process of emancipation was slow and complex, and former slaves often continued to live in the final blow. It was not until 1909 that the former institution of slavery was completely eliminated. Okay. And for the persistence of slavery and forced labor in 1904 illustrates that formal legal declarations did not always translate to freedom. Okay. Now, all this shit, bro. Like, for real. Hold on. Fuck that. In 1905. Let me see. Fuck that. We gotta check that out.
While legal chattel slavery had been officially abolished in the United States and other Western nations by 1905, the year was marked by widespread systems of forced and unfree labor. International outrage over the horrific atrocities and human rights abuses in the Congo Free State reached a tipping point around this time. International figures, journalists, and activists brought attention to the widespread abuse, leading the Belgian government to seize control of the colony from Leopold in 1908. The United States, while slavery was officially ended with the 13th Amendment in 1865, systems of forced labor persisted, including peonage and the convict lease system. Convict leasing, Southern state and local governments sold.
Hold on, because I was trying to say something right quick. I had to, I don't be fucking playing, man. I know what I was talking about at first, but, this shit be real. Well, I'm saying I'm showing y'all this for a reason. Cause I'm talking what they want to take and what they want to do. Shit, we taking it. Nigga, if we battling, nigga, we playing that game, and you can't tell me nothing that makes sense about why are you trying to fix your life and structure it towards the way that it was designed and built and made to somebody else understand it. And what makes you intelligent or smart is if you can comprehend and match their lifestyle the way they made it for us to have to make it, because they can't do it no other way. So we got to do it their way. Just like how slaves was. Nigga, we live in their rules, their laws. Nigga, and then we make rules to see if we can stand by them. Nigga, I don't want to stand by them. Just give me my shit. Leave me alone. Nigga, I'll make it without you. But no, you gotta create some motherfucking roadblocks and then create a school, education, and say that that's the way. You know what I'm saying? That's the education. Let's get an education. You gotta get it. Man, my people used to always say, man, them white folks ain't playing with y'all. When my granddaddy used to say, he really meant that, not in no symbolic way, not like in no symbolic way, like he's saying the man or nothing. He really mean that that white folks ain't playing with y'all. Like when he say that shit, that's what he mean. He really was talking about the white folks ain't playing. Like I always say every time I get on this subject, when motherfuckers used to come do work, well, no matter what it is, my granddaddy now used to straight condemn the motherfucker, the people, if they was black before they even get started. You know what I'm saying? And then when a white man kind of do something, be a plumber, looking like he ain't shit, like a fucked up trucker, ass all out, and they straight the way they be talking to him. I'm like, man, y'all working ain't high as Bush and Chrysler and shit. Grandma, y'all they got it, man. Fuck them. But it was just straight built into them like that. So here go two good people, bro. Here go two good people that was taught. Now that's one thing I remember him saying. He did say, when I was talking about going to school, ain't shit. Nigga, he talking about college, nigga. And he like this military, this Air Force people finna help you out. They finna get you going. And if I would have went by that, he would have said I did good. I would have felt like I did something, bro. Because I mattered when I got a motherfucking individual telling me, and they not because I tried to trick them, but nigga, not because I got them believe in something that I believe and know nothing. Nigga, just because, nigga, I'm telling them the best advice I get them for the path that they chose to go. I'm not telling them which path to go, because how another path better? How can I say, man, you ain't go to school, the one that's designed, the whole thing is set up for y'all to go to jail. And it's designed for y'all to go to jail, and goddamn me, the other motherfuckers got chances. And so that's what the system is. You gotta keep playing and keep trying it. You know why you ain't? Because you sneaking, trying to live your life. And then it causes it to be fucked up. So I'm not sneaking and doing shit. I just try to make sure they don't kidnap me. And I gotta do what I gotta do for the regular wear and tear of life that they gonna make me do. So other than that, and then they only make me do whatever I'm allowing them to make me do. You know, it's up to me how far I want to go. But I do got some boundaries, some shit. Yeah, because then, especially like if there's other people involved, it's not even you. It's a lot. But I tell you what, if the president, that's all I need. I don't need to see nothing else. That nigga, the highest domain, nigga, the ultimate domain of authority. The ultimate domain of authority let me know, nigga, he doing what the fuck he want to do. Fuck you mean, nigga, let them people out of jail. He not playing with nobody. Boy, y'all better, that's fake news. Boy, y'all better get the fuck out of here. So if he doing what he doing, well, I'm going to try to work hard till I turn 70, 80 and do what I want to do. Fuck no. Hey, Verb, you a bitch ass nigga. You said my name. You old punk puss ass, goofy ass clown, duck face ass boy. Every time your stupid ass say something about drugs, you let the street know how fucked up and goofy you is. Like, let them know you ain't been on no street, you goofy ass fucker. Up there, nigga, detoxing and withdrawing off
barbecue. Nigga keep baking bits in his pocket and shit. You bitch ass nigga. Shit. Hey y'all, shout out to Battle League, Hitman Holla, represent for the city doing this thing. Y'all know what it is. We rocking and roll. Let's get back to what y'all was on.
Slow abolition, following British pressure and treaty.
Okay, so that's where we was at. I had to go and pop that. So anyway, all that to make the point of in 1905, 1905, our people was still slaves, dog. Was coming up out of slavery, nigga. They was still in the mix. So that's like I said, me being 40, mama being 60. Hey, honey, okay. So my mother's, my mama, grandmama, my mother, grandmother, the one who took care of me, the position she was in my life. Well, that woman, the one who was in the position of my mama life like that, the one who was in that position, her mama was a slave. So where I got my mother, and then I got my grandparents, and then I even had my great grandmama before she was murdered. And I did spend time with my great grandmother on my mother's, like my mama's side, my grandmama's side. I did. My great grandmother. My great grandmother was my mother's grandmother. So the woman that I call my great grandmama, if my mama wanted to reach out to her great grandmama, she'd have been a slave. So that's what we talking about. So you got to put it to where we can understand it. That's what we talking about. That's where we at. And you asking me how did that affect us? But where the fuck did we start at? Okay, if my grandmama, mama was still, my great grandmother, mother was still just getting to the end of slavery, then my great grandmama, she's the back of that. So she's like, okay, this is where we at. So then she telling my grandmama, this is a great grandmama telling her daughter, and then her daughter is telling my grandmama, like, this is what you gotta do. Them white folks ain't playing, and they scared them. And my grandparents worked and worked, and when they passed, my people was talking about how they owed money. I said, what? And when I went to jail, and I was trying to get my grandma to use her property before. No, she was going to use her property to get me out. And the way they were saying she can't, because the shit was only 20,000. Y'all was telling me, my friend of the family, he was like, man, Mr. Duck, they well worth over you know, 70,000, you know. Man, I ain't telling my people, like, but whatever they told them, it just was this. And see, y'all think, like, I guess a motherfucker went to real estate. They know what he told them. Okay, what did he tell them? The motherfucker that went to real estate. They told her she can't use it, nigga. Nigga, whatever she think that house worth, nigga, nah. If she owes some money, it ain't what you think it is. You think the house worth this, or his bond is worth this, and you ain't got enough. That's what they told her. Yeah, but you gotta understand how they tell her that, because you'll be able to go against. I'll be able to do it. Okay, so I'll be able to challenge them. I don't gotta know why. Because if I challenge them, I'm gonna still have to use a lawyer. So at that moment, I figure that part of life out. If I gotta use a lawyer to challenge them, I'm gonna talk to all the people I need to talk to. You dig? And we'll make a decision from there. If that has to happen. What the fuck? I don't need to know nothing, but then people told me no. Because every time I try to bust their ass with something, y'all tell me pause. They tell me I'm tripping. Chill out. Every time a nigga try to talk about what he know, he's stupid. He tripping. He being stupid. So what? So what I should do with what I know? You should play by the rules. Okay, so what you saying? Now that I know I can run sideways, now I know I can run to my left. I thought I could only run straight and to the right. Now I found out I can run to the left, and I can run backwards, and I can jump. And you telling me I still shouldn't do that? You telling me I still shouldn't do that? Now, like, you said, first they hid it from me that I can even do that shit. Now that I know I can do it, now it's forbidden to use it. Hold up. First of all, wait a minute. First, they don't even want us to know about it. They don't even want us to know about it. So, since they don't want us to know about it, we don't know how to, since they don't want us to know about it, when we do find out about it, when we do know about it, now we want to use it. They say we can't. So if it's like that, why wouldn't they even let us know about it then first? Nigga, like, they tell us rules with everything else. Now they don't want us to know about it, because that's something they can't control, nigga. That's something that will yeah. That's something that will overpower you. So if y'all telling me I got to leave this spot or that spot, okay, I'm gonna find out why, what y'all reason is, and see if it makes sense. And I'm gonna still have to get a lawyer to take care of it. So what the fuck do I need to explain anything for? Nigga, when you get put out, man, they put me out. What they put you out for? Either not paying them, or, well, I really don't know. What you gotta tell me? But you ain't gotta tell me what happened. I don't want to know. Man, the motherfucking bitch didn't like me no way. Like Mook did. Man, look, I got put out of school for tripping on some freaky shit. I was freakier than the three-eyed frog. Them people was they was finna get the laws on me. I pleaded with them, please don't do that. And they worked something out where, nigga, they put my black ass out of school and said we ain't gonna mention it. No, I'm not addressing this. Why do I want to bring this back up? And then the thing is this, the GOAT, because Mook is the GOAT. I don't hate Mook. And I ain't gonna act shitty because the fans act shitty. I'm just gonna, when I defend bro, I'm just gonna make the facts and say what it is. But he's clearly on my Mount Rushmore. Let's get that straight. And I always said, Mount Rushmore, they up there to get beat. They up there to be washed up. Yeah, they washed up, nigga. They done made the Super niggas Mike Tyson Punch Out. Nigga, they done made the Super Nintendo. They done made the Nintendo 64. Nigga, they done made the Sega Genesis. Nigga, they got the goddamn PlayStation 20,000. They got just regular computer games, hand games. So yeah, nigga, Mike Tyson Punch Out is kind of old. But nigga, if you ain't beat him, you still got to do that. That don't stop him from being The last man on the game. What do you mean? Everybody don't feel like Kevin Johnson. I mean, what's his name? I said Kevin Johnson. I didn't mean that. Take that back. I mean Kevin Durant. Everybody don't feel like Kevin Durant. Everybody don't want to be. It's the motherfucking OKC. It's the motherfucking Houston Rockets. And it's the motherfucking Warriors. And Curry winning. Everybody ain't gonna just want to join on Curry team and then grab this. Motherfucker want to grab that ring with Curry right there. But just because, it was another animal in there, LeBron James, it was cool. Motherfuckers was willing to go for it. So let's keep this shit for real. Mook is he one of the ones that nigga. Yeah, he gonna be getting beat up on. He outside now. We've been watching him his whole life, and the best of his heart of his hungriness he didn't put out there already. So he got to put his well-established up against a different type of hunger. The only thing that can match that type of hunger is the desire or the pain to not be over with. The hunger to show that I'm still here. For that type of hunger is the only hunger that's gonna match and up to a motherfucker who hungry trying to get there. But lo and behold, when they do, that's how it happened to them. Look, man, y'all know Twerk the truth. Twerk don't lose every 17 motherfucking battles or something. Twerk don't be losing no battles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rock don't be losing no battles, bro. Geechee Gotti, he don't be losing no battles, bro. You know what I'm talking about? These cats don't be losing, bro. Surf, he don't be losing. He ain't been losing. You know what I'm saying? And what happens? What the fuck happens when that motherfucking sun shine? That's the day that your finger was hurt, nigga. You was trying to play Mike Tyson Punch Out. And your little cousin, your little brother, he was playing last. So you on your last continue and he ain't write the code down or nothing. And you got to fight Tyson now. With your thumb hurting, you didn't know. Goddamn it, and the nigga ain't write it down, so ain't no continue. It's them type of times. But damn, I ain't get it. But just the other day, we was playing Mario 1, Super Mario Brothers. I told my son, I'm like, man, look, I don't need I'm not finna get no continues. I'm not finna get no points or nothing. I just finna run through this motherfucker and beat it. And when he seen me play the first ball, he like, oh man, him and my baby mama, they like, that's how you play. I don't like how you play, cause I'm basically just running through the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm running through the motherfucker, going to board 1. I'm gonna warp on board 2. On board 2, I'm gonna warp to board 4? Yeah. From 2, I'm gonna go to 4. From 4, I'm gonna beat the first one, and then from 4-2, I'm gone to board 8. I'm doing 8-1, 8-2, 8-3, 8-4. I'm gone, and the only reason why I'm getting anything on there is a biggie and a motherfucking I'm getting the biggie and the firepower. That way I can go ahead and fight the little things, throwing them bullets out right quick, run right past them, or if they hit me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I need to be a big pause when I go against Cooper. Because once I go against Cooper, all I gotta do is let him hit me, run, turn small, and then I just run right through him and hit the thing. So that's what I'm finna do. But I did not win that first round. With that one man, I did not. Now I knew what I was doing. The game has advanced. Unfortunately, he can't do no funky moves like we can on these other games. But that's just it. If you're playing against him, if you didn't made it to him, then you didn't made it to him. So when you want to know like what's the home field and shit, it's all this home field. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth about it. And I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Only thing I'm always gonna stand up for is y'all start hating on bro. If y'all want to say he lost the battle, like damn, y'all say this nigga won. Oh yeah, we're a different type of sore loser. This is the sore loser like fuck. But
when he get to go into that mode, it's for a reason. Like, what the fuck? Because that make him look crazy for y'all to act like that ain't shit. Like, what the, hold on. It ain't that it ain't. How it's not gonna hit. It's not supposed to hit. It's supposed to wake you up to worry. Now you get to think about what's going on. What a lot of this to that mean. You know? It just kind of, damn, bro. We weren't ready to hear that about you. And even if we're gonna accept it, we're gonna accept it at a later time. How we gonna hang bro now for having too much money? And we gonna give this nigga a pass for whooping ass. What? Wait a minute, what'd you say? I said we gonna hang bro, because all he talking about is money. What you mean he talking about money? All he talking about is money? Wait a minute. You telling me he got money? Yeah. How he get some money? Yeah, he on that show. He on, wait a minute. On what show? You can't get this head. You know he on Wildin' Out. So what the fuck he get on Wildin' Out for? He used to be a comedian or something. No, he ain't no comedian. How you get on Wildin' Out? From what? Battle rapping. Hold on, cuz. You telling me that bro he's got on from battle rapping? So he wasn't on Wildin' Out first and then started battling? No, he was battling for 15 years. Oh shit! So he got on Wildin' Out after he started battling. The rapping landed him a spot because Wildin' Out is a hip hop / comedy show, and they got Hitman for the hip hop part of it. Wow. Okay. Well, let's keep it going. So you telling me y'all don't remember when he used to battle rap and he used to be saying, you know what I'm saying? When he used to be on this like, man, shit, man, what? Come on, cuz don't act like y'all don't remember when Hitman used to get down the type of shit he used to be saying. You saying what? Oh, no. This is some verb type shit, nigga. Cause the nigga keep trying to talk in my spaces. That's not cool. The contract said I can't hit this nigga. Not you. Is they forgetting about that shit? You know what I'm talking about? And he evolved. He didn't made it to where instead of him saying, you know, the contract said I can't hit this. Wait a minute. No, it don't. I wrote that motherfucker. We watched that shit evolve into that. I'm not saying we watched him battle rap and then leave and then come back Hollywood. No. Fuck nah. That's not what we saw. We saw him put his heart into the shit to where he even boycotting. For you to even boycott something, nigga, that you got to be in it. For even trying to attempt the honest belief of the authenticity of, nigga, I'm part of this, I'm with this to the point to where I'm going political with it because there's something that needs to be done because I'm part of this culture. For him to even attempt that shit, that's all battle rap shit. That's all battle shit. And like I said, that's all that battle shit. And we watched that man evolve. And we act like he ain't, y'all just talk y'all back on, bro, like y'all don't even fuck with him at all. Like the culture ain't shit. You know, like the culture rock and roll without him. To an extent they do, but let's be for real. Look how many motherfuckers that straight on, nigga, for rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like Gwitty, I swear I used to just see him at .M. Hype Man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's who he was to me. He was Hype Man. Nasty. And like when dude told him in the house, nigga, you ain't taking a shower in 4 weeks. That's just plain nasty. That's just nasty. I was hollering. I'm just saying, I had to say that part right quick, but I'm just saying. Hey, you know, all these people, you know what I'm talking about? Prestige, goddamn me, the other Rock, what's her name? Yeah, I know her name. Her name Rock. Yeah, I don't get it. But shit, all this type of shit, man. You know, and then it's people like Bad News, Kid Slay,
Like they tried it with Charlie Clips, but you know, that was his pops. So he only talked to the psych. He lied. You know what I'm saying? He wanted some trazodone and shit. So yeah, you get him, but motherfuckers like Kid Slade, motherfuckers like Bad News, you know, Briz Rothstein with that fight situation, not for snitching and no shit like that. But I'm just saying these is motherfuckers who the culture. Well, I don't know. Briz might have made his own decision. I'm not sure, but you know, he made this decision based on what he heard in the culture. So anyway, these motherfuckers got hung about this shit. Oh, this culture shit. Oh, this shit that's got going on. This motherfucker they got put out of school. They told him this ain't no paperwork. This just well, it was why y'all kicked out of school. Then what the fuck? I ain't certified. Okay, it ain't no criminal. I did like Blake. I think he was wrong for that. That nigga went out there and made the story for dude. Like, yeah, you know, he probably when he started saying he probably and he guessed, I'm like, hold on. You know, so then, you know, and then Mook probably went to the, you know, I guess he probably, man, hold on, we ain't guessing it probably ain't. The fuck wrong with you? So y'all saying something crazy about the nigga saying Jonathan instead of John. Ooh, spooky. Okay. Motherfucker said John, Nathan instead of John. And just to let a motherfucker know, that will be on some court papers if that's what the witness said. Type shit. But anyway, then nigga, you guessing this shit? You like, yeah, I guess. I guess. So that's good. But the shit that you're reading, you're turning that motherfucker up like you translating the Bible instead of just saying what it is. You stopping us when it get to the part where when he put his foot in the, you know, I guess he grabbed somebody up or something like. Hey, shout out to HITMAN. Shout out to bro, man. Shout out to bro for the city. Man. That's something. Let's keep the champ over here. No, bro, you're not the champ. You know, you about that man when he was, when y'all came in the game together, when y'all was a team, when it was already the narrative was already that you was, you know what I'm saying, the Midwest opener, you brought the Midwest in the game, and he was part of the team. He was the next man, so it was already the narrative. Now that he's straight up his own man, he ain't in your shadow at all. He rocking and rolling himself. Nigga, battle him now for the crown. Nigga, I'll stand down for that one, bitch ass nigga. You hoe. Battle him now for the crown. But y'all gonna just discredit dude. But like I said, we got motherfuckers that saying, man, I don't know, I'm gonna quit even playing with that because I don't even want no problem with that, man. Like, they motherfuckers trying to make me look crazy. But that's what the nigga said, though, bro. Like, motherfuckers on that shit. Well, cuz, Mr. No Motherfucker Faking, non-fiction. We got the whole gang. We got the landlord, the goddamn truth. We got Elroy, Pure Facts, and we got Bam. It's so real. And y'all know we can't forget about the lovely, the sweet, the intelligent, the one and only P.O.B. Princess Open Book. Hey. And y'all, we finna get on out of here with y'all. Like I said, man, y'all stay tapped in, man. Y'all, we rock with Big 20s earlier. We see y'all again.
Hello. Hi, my name is Chaka. I represent Ferguson Frontline. And when I need information, I tap in with Bud Cuz, Mr. No Faking and Non-Fiction.
Hello, my name is Chad Jackson with Cop Watch St. Louis, and when I'm trying to tap in and need information, I hit a Bud Cuz, Mr. No Faking and Non-Fiction.
Hi, my name is Cheyenne, and I'm representing my community. When I want information, I tap in with Bud Cuz, Mr. No Faking and Non-Fiction.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's dope, boy juice, and I'm messing with my boy Bud Cuz, No Faking. Y'all know what it is. Straight out of St. Louis, man. Y'all know what it is. My second home, baby. Ooh-wee.
Yo, what's up? It's your main man, Bud, cuz Mr. No Faking. And y'all just heard the news. They telling y'all what it is. Tap in to non-fiction. You got the landlord, the goddamn truth. Elroy, pure facts and bam. This is so real. Y'all know what time it is, man. Fuck with me and I fuck with y'all. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Non-fiction, Cousin 84.
Let's go! Whoa! Yeah! She said she wanted. Come get it!
Wow. Break your heart. Break your heart.
Let's go! Break your heart, son. About to break your heart, son. Ain't no limit, yeah. Break your heart, son. I'm about to break your heart, son. Ain't no limit, yeah. Break your heart, son. I'm about to break your heart, son. Ain't no limit, yeah. Break your heart, son. I'm about to break your heart, son. Yeah, ain't no limit, no, ain't no limit. No. I'm fucking good, I pussy good, I'm digging all in it. Yeah, I'm running it up, I'm talking about at the line of scrimmage. Touchdown is a few more, my mama get so many, yeah. Round of applause, she gon' fuck with me, pussy good, fuck her raw. Ain't no nothing in the bitch, I'm busting on your jaw. Also Johnson when she eat this motherfucker. Yeah, break her off, son. I'm about to break her off, son. Ain't no limit, yeah. Break her off, son. I'm about to break her off, son. Ain't no limit, yeah. Break her off, son. I'm about to break her off, son. Ain't no limit, yeah. Break her off, son. I'm about to break her off, son. Yeah. Come on, I'm with that. Pussy good as hell, with that pussy I get back. Damn right now, I break up, put the nigga on with the chopper. Knock his bones, fall on the pieces like a crumble Kit Kat. Fuck nigga all that dumb shit that they talking. Yeah, got a nigga head dead in the coffin. Yeah, one bitch on my mom, I'm going crazy. And my shorty forever, bitch, that's my baby. Whoa, what you throwing on me? Don't know what to do. Got my mind lost, wild like a zoo. Pussy hella good, can't wait to get through. Bitch, I'm buying what you want, some Jimmy Choo. Let's go.